Of that question. The markets are starting as flat can get, and the first red tick is visible. -5 on the Nifty. It started with a mild green, now it's a mild red. So very flat. Sensex is down about 30-40 points at this juncture. 0.1, that is so not a great loss. And the Nifty Bank as well, very flat, 0.08% or 0.07. That's about 11 points, 15 points down. On the Nifty Bank, mid-cap is showing a little more red, but only a little more, 0.2 down on that index. So the advanced declines are actually even Steven, a little bit of an advantage for the declining stocks. Eicher Motors is the one that's really gaining ground now, 1.2 higher. Maruti is in a close second, up about 0.8. The expectation is that probably inventory will be drawn down now. Yesterday we had the Federation of Auto Dealers telling us that inventory levels are down to 25 days and the ideal number for them is 21 days. So probably some good news, and Maruti Suzuki was on Sudarshan's buy list as well. The other stocks are the IT stocks that are doing well, Infosys and TCS. We didn't repeat it today, but that was to be expected because the rupee weakness remains where it was yesterday, about 70.5 on the rupee. The other stocks, NTPC, Power Grid should be on your radar. The Credit Suisse report correctly pointed out that in times of low interest rates, these stocks become attractive because they probably are almost a regulated return that you get on them, which is higher than the rate you get on the 10-year bond. And therefore, in these times, NTPC and Power Grid, you should never lose sight of. Both of them are up about 0.25%. Among other stocks, okay, there's a little bit of green on Bajaj Auto, HDFC, Sun Pharma, Hero Moto. So auto stocks generally doing well. Auto and IT generally doing well. Britannia takes another knock, 3.7. I expected that because the news from Parley indicates that the malaise of poor consumption is widespread. So Britannia, despite being at a 52-week low, is down a further 3%, 3.7%. Yes Bank, again, despite its severe losses over the past couple of weeks, is down another 3% today and goes below the 70 mark. So that's a fresh 52-week low, I think, for that stock. Dr. Reddy's 2% down, BPCL 1.5% down, Hindalco 1% down, Tata Motors, Coal India, IOC, Asian Paints, Vedanta, ITC are among the other stocks down about 0.5%. So it's still even Steven, red and green.
Okay, it is a weak start for the mid-cap index, no two ways about that, down about 0.2%. The advanced decline ratio is weak in favor of decline, so more than 730 stocks on the declining side. Interesting to see NMDC up about 2%. Of course, it's disappointing news that the Donimalai mine that has been shut since 2018, now the lease has been cancelled. So, but maybe because now the news is out of the way, there is some short covering, no clue. But for now, NMDC is up 2%. Biocon is the other one. Expectation was that the stock would be in the green because PE funds like Temasek and True North are looking to invest in the company. So Biocon is up about 3%. Alembic Pharma is also in the news. As we've been telling you earlier, their Vadodara facility was inspected by the US FDA and there was no 483s there. So Alembic Pharma is seeing a relief rally right now. And Dr. Reddy's is trading in the red on expected lines. Nestle India, we were just talking about that stock a while back. It's up about 1.5%. Some of the FMCG names, retail names like Future Retail, etc., are doing pretty well. Voltas is up in the green right now. Avenue Supermarts up almost about 1%. So these are the few list of gainers that you're seeing in trade. Otherwise, it's a losing market, especially on the mid-cap end. You have a big fall in Oberoi Realty. Remember, there was some, talks that perhaps there could have been an IT raid in the company, etc. That has dragged down the stock quite a bit in the last 2 days. This morning is down about 6%. The whack that Britannia has got is pretty hard, so down about 3.5% as well. And a couple of more stocks are trading in the red. Vodafone Idea falling some more, down 2.5%. Max Financial in the red as well. And Emphasis 2 down about 1.5% post the news flow yesterday.
Losses have expanded actually. It's
yes.
about 0.25% on the Nifty Bank and almost 0.5% on the mid-cap, and the advanced declines is now turning towards 3 red for 2 in the green. 1.5 in the red for 1 in the green. So not looking very good. It's not a very happy morning of start, but maybe the bulls can hold on to the fact that the Sensex Nifty are somewhat flat. Well, Mitesh, what's the trade on the indexes or any other stock that's come into your radar?
Lata, I think the Bank Nifty is only about 70-80 points away from a breakdown, so keeping a watch on that. But that about, I think Infosys is the first stock which pops up. I think made a fresh high, crossed that 800 levels again. And I think it's still showing good traction on the short-term intraday charts. I would keep a stop below 790 here, look for 825 as the near-term target.
Okay, big crack in Oberoi Realty once again this morning, down almost 7% right now and big volumes there. Prakash Gaba, your first thoughts?
On Oberoi Realty?
On the market as a whole?
Market looks to be a tad weak. I would say that there's a shorting opportunity available here. There looks to be weak. It's not strong at all. Stock, I think one more stock that's looking weak is Yes Bank. I think that's falling apart. Possibly we'll see around 65 zones. Yes Bank looks weak.
Okay. Yeah, the market also looks weak. It's a rather dreary morning. I mean, one would have expected that there would be some kind of softness, but now, you know, when the Nifty loses the 11,000 mark, it begins to feel a little painful. And as Bitesh was pointing out, when the Bank Nifty goes closer to the 27,700 mark, then it's also losing its range in which it has been trading. So that becomes a little more difficult for the bulls. Now the advanced declines is expanding almost to 2 stocks in the red for 1 in the green. Gentlemen, we'll touch base with you yet again at 10 o'clock.